Is pride a weakness, or can it become the fuel for greatness? To understand Vegeta, the Saiyan Prince, you must first understand the world that shaped him. Vegeta was not simply born into power, he was born into expectation. As the prince of the Saiyan race, he carried the weight of an entire warrior civilization on his shoulders. Saiyans were not known for compassion, diplomacy, or reflection. They were conquerors, a race defined by battle, dominance, and hierarchy. From the moment Vegeta was a child, he was told a simple truth: strength determines worth. In a culture where power decides everything, identity becomes inseparable from dominance. Vegeta did not simply believe he was superior. He was raised to understand that superiority was his destiny. This early conditioning created the foundation of Vegeta's pride. Pride for him was not arrogance in the traditional sense. It was survival. In the Saiyan worldview, acknowledging weakness meant vulnerability, and vulnerability meant extinction. Vegeta grew up believing that hesitation, empathy, or humility could cost him everything. So he armored his mind with confidence so intense that it bordered on obsession. Every victory reinforced the belief that he was the rightful apex of his race. Every challenge became an opportunity to prove that belief correct. But Vegeta's psychology was fundamentally disrupted by one event: the destruction of planet Vegeta by Frieza. With a single act, the tyrant erased the Saiyan homeworld and most of its people. Vegeta survived, but survival came with humiliation. Instead of ruling his race, he became a servant to the very being who annihilated it. Imagine the psychological contradiction this created. A prince raised to believe he was destined for supremacy now found himself forced into obedience under a tyrant he secretly despised. This experience planted the seed of Vegeta's most defining trait: relentless ambition. If pride is the emotional core of his identity, ambition is the mechanism that protects it. Vegeta could not accept a reality where he was powerless. So he transformed that humiliation into motivation. Every battle became a step toward reclaiming the dominance he believed was stolen from him. Yet the real turning point in Vegeta's life arrives with the appearance of Goku. For the first time in his life, Vegeta encounters someone who completely disrupts his worldview. Goku is a Saiyan like him, yet everything about Goku contradicts Saiyan culture. Goku fights not for conquest, but for growth. He trains not out of pride, but curiosity. He seeks challenge, not domination. To Vegeta, this is deeply unsettling. How can someone so carefree, so humble, surpass him? This question becomes the central psychological conflict of Vegeta's life. Rivalry enters the picture, but it is not just rivalry in the sense of competition. It is existential comparison. Every time Goku surpasses him, Vegeta is forced to confront a terrifying possibility: that his entire philosophy of pride, superiority, and destiny might be flawed. For many people, comparison creates insecurity. For Vegeta, comparison becomes fuel. Instead of breaking him, the presence of Goku forces him to evolve. Vegeta trains harder, pushes further, and constantly seeks new transformations because he refuses to remain second. His pride demands that he close the gap. Yet this rivalry also exposes Vegeta to something he has never truly experienced before: humility. Each defeat becomes a lesson. Each setback forces him to confront his limitations. Slowly, almost reluctantly, Vegeta begins to understand that strength is not just about raw power. There is another dimension to it: resilience, adaptability, and the willingness to grow beyond one's ego. But growth for Vegeta is never easy. One of the most revealing moments in his psychological journey comes when he allows himself to be possessed by Babidi, becoming Majin Vegeta. On the surface, this decision seems like regression. After years of developing bonds with Earth and forming relationships, Vegeta chooses to embrace darkness again. But psychologically, the moment is much deeper than simple villainy. Vegeta believes that his growing attachments, his family, his friendships, his life on Earth, have softened him. He fears that compassion has weakened his warrior instincts, so he chooses to strip those emotions away. reclaiming the ruthless mindset he once believed defined true Saiyan strength. But when he finally confronts Goku in this state, something unexpected happens. He realizes that the problem was never compassion. The problem was his understanding of strength. Goku did not become stronger despite caring about others. Goku became stronger because of it. This realization marks one of the most important philosophical shifts in Vegeta's life. For the first time, he acknowledges that power rooted in pride alone is incomplete. True strength can coexist with humility, connection, and purpose beyond the self. Vegeta's eventual sacrifice against Majin Buu reflects this transformation. The prince who once fought only for dominance now fights to protect others, his family, the earth, and even the rival who forced him to grow. And yet, even after this evolution, Vegeta's core personality never disappears. He remains proud, he remains competitive, he remains driven by comparison. But now, those traits are no longer destructive. They are refined. Pride becomes discipline instead of arrogance. Rivalry becomes inspiration instead of resentment. In many ways, Vegeta's story represents a powerful psychological truth. Comparison can destroy people, but it can also elevate them. The difference lies in how the comparison is interpreted. Some people see a rival and feel threatened. Others see a rival and see possibility. Vegeta chooses possibility. His rivalry with Goku is no longer about proving superiority. It becomes about constant evolution. A reminder that growth never truly ends. The Saiyan prince who once defined himself by dominance learns to redefine himself through perseverance. And perhaps that is the true lesson of Vegeta's story. Pride alone cannot sustain greatness, but pride combined with humility, discipline, and relentless effort can create something extraordinary. Vegeta begins his journey believing he is destined to be the strongest. He ends it understanding something far more powerful. Greatness is not inherited. It is earned, again and again.